Hey guys, so today I'm going to be filming a freshman year advice video, and this is just my video on a few tips that I want to give you guys. I am going to be a sophomore this year, which is 10th grade at my school. We start from 9th till 12th is high school. So this year I am going to be a sophomore, so I decided that I can give my advice on freshman year and my experience, kind of tips just for you guys, things that I wish I would have known before I started my 9th grade year. So let's get started. I have a list on my phone of everything that I want to tell you guys. The first thing I'm going to talk about is the first day. So the first day I was really scared just because my school is, I don't go to a private school, but it's kind of like a private school. It's not a public school really. It's called a charter school. I know they have them in a lot of places, but that's the school that I went to. And so on the first day, my school is separated into two middle schools. So we only have one high school, so those two middle schools had to mix, and when they did, that's the thing that I was scared about. I finally realized when I went to school that day there was nothing to be scared about, but I was nervous about that. But the people ended up to be the same as me, normal, like all the things you hear about the people. It's the same types of people you have at your school. We thought that the other school was snobby, and they ended up not being normal just like we were. They're not snobby. Some of them are, but I mean some of them are at the middle school that I was going to too. So the same thing that we had at the middle school is basically the same thing that they had at their middle school. When we mixed, it was just different people, not different personalities, kind of. You get what I'm saying? And also another thing was on the first day, they said that the seniors would throw some of the freshmen in the fountain, and obviously that never happened. I mean, things do happen to freshmen with seniors, but not that big, and it's nothing to be scared of because they rarely happen. If you hear things about that happen at your school with seniors and freshmen, don't even worry about it, because it's most likely not going to happen to anyone. Most likely it's not going to happen to you either. Okay, let's talk about guys. So in middle school, I didn't really have any guy friends or anything like that. I didn't have a boyfriend. I would definitely say when you go into high school, basically I only talked to my friends, which were all girls, and I didn't think not necessarily that guys couldn't be my friends, but I just didn't talk to them. And whenever I did talk to them, I felt like it was because we liked each other. So don't think that every guy that you talk to likes you, because that is definitely not the case. So don't be afraid of that. Don't be afraid to talk to them because you think that they're gonna think that you like them because you talk to them. No, that's not how it is. Everybody can talk to everybody. It's fine. You're in high school now. Okay, my next tip would be definitely, this was like what ruined my year. I really didn't like my 9th grade year. It was hated it. I'm so excited for 10th grade though, because I feel like this year's gonna be awesome. Okay, next thing, don't worry about other people, about what other people think of you. If you want to wear a certain shoe, wear it. If you want to wear a certain jacket, wear it. If you want to get a certain bag, get it. If you want to get your nails like a certain length or like something, I don't know, get it, because who cares what other people think? Do you, focus on yourself. 9th grade year, I focused on other people and a lot of what other people thought of me, and this year I'm just trying to do for myself. That was totally me in my 9th grade year, and I really regret it. I wish somebody had told me watch out for that, and I wish I would have known about that before it actually happened to me. Also, another thing, wear what you want to wear. At my school, we do have uniform. People still style their stuff differently. Some people will wear socks with Sperry's, and I thought it was really cute, but I just never did it. Now that I think about it, it wasn't really my style, but I thought it was really cute, and I just never did it because I thought people would think oh my god, what is she doing? No. Do what you want, wear what you want. It's all about you.
Prima donna girl, yeah.
Next topic is drinking and drugs. Like I said, I am a charter school, so I wasn't exposed to that a lot. At my school, I've never ever seen people with drugs, and I've never seen anybody drinking alcohol at my school. Personally, anybody at my school, I've never seen doing it. I've never been offered it ever. I do hear about it, and I hear about people getting arrested at my school for it. I hear about people selling it at my school, but I've never seen it. It goes on, but I don't see it. You have to know your values, know what you want to do and what you don't want to do. And personally, I didn't want to do drugs or drink alcohol, so I didn't. I could have if I wanted to. I knew certain people who did, and I could have got hookups from them, but not that I talked to those people, but I knew who the people were that did drugs and stuff. Some people would post pictures on Instagram and stuff, and some people would talk about it in class, but I just chose not to do it because that's not me. I don't want to get involved in drugs and things like that. So there definitely is drugs and alcohol and all that types of stuff in high school, and this is really awkward because a kid from my high school is walking outside of my window. He lives in my neighborhood. That's really weird. Okay, that's so scary. I didn't go to very many parties my 9th grade year. I went to one. It wasn't that type of party, and so obviously there wasn't drugs or alcohol there. But if you do go to parties with drugs and alcohol, then know what you want to do. Don't give in to peer pressure. Think about the consequences of drinking and doing drugs. My next tip is to talk to people. This is a huge mistake that I made my 9th grade year. When I went into my 9th grade year, I was so scared of the other school, all the other people there, that I only stuck with my friends and I didn't really talk to anybody else. Definitely talk to people. Don't be scared of the other schools that are intertwining with your school. Talk to people. If they're talking about something that they did over summer, be like, oh, I did this, blah, blah, blah. Join in on the conversations in your classes. Ask people their names and stuff, and I used to think that that was weird, but honestly it's not weird because that's how you meet people and that's how you make friends and stuff, so it's fine. Don't be scared to do that. Don't be scared to talk to people. Don't be scared to start conversations in your classes because that's how you make friends. This is one thing that I really want to focus on, is staying focused. Stay focused. I know there's a lot to worry about in high school. Social status, guys, appearance, like how you dress, clothes, all that stuff, going out, hair, blah, blah, blah. You are at school to go to school, so make sure school comes first all the time. Make sure your grades are good. Don't worry about, oh, this guy, blah, 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 and we're going to this party this weekend. No, don't worry about that stuff. Worry about school first. Don't worry about that stuff after, but definitely put school first and stay focused. For example, you're so worried about, say you need to get a paper from a teacher, but the person you like is outside your classroom. Not that I ever did this, I'm just giving an example. And you ended up never getting that paper because you didn't want that person to see you. Just stay focused, do what you have to do, and get your schoolwork done. Get to lunch early, especially on your first day, 9th graders. I am telling you, you want a good table, you better hurry up, because I ended up sitting with some people that I really did not want to sit with the first day. We ended up losing our table at the end of the year. We had to go to the library every day. So make sure you find a table and sit there and put yourself there. Make sure you claim your table on the first week to 2 weeks of school, because if you don't, it's going to get taken away from you. People are going to ask, oh, can I sit here? And eventually you're going to have nowhere to sit because you're too nice. So get your table and keep it. Your 9th grade year, you also want to try out for sports teams. Don't wait till your sophomore year. I know it can be scary. I was really scared. I was almost crying to the point that I was scared to try out for the soccer team, but I made it, so good things come out of it. And it is really scary because when you think about it, you're going to school with 18-year-olds, like people with tattoos, doing all this crazy stuff, and then you have to go try out with those same people on sports teams. Believe me, it is scary at first, but definitely do it your freshman year, because if you don't, you'll regret it. And if you do it your freshman year, the coaches will get to know you, and then maybe next year they'll move you up to varsity. Like I played on JV this year, so I'm not sure whether I'm going to get into varsity next year if I'm going to be on JV again, but I think I have a better chance than someone who's just entering. I was there already for a year and the coaches know me. They know how I play. Another thing with sports, don't let yourself get bossed around. I was pretty much not bossed around, but like I was told what to do. Not that I listened, but I was told what to do by certain people on my team, and they were rude, and I didn't really speak up because I was sort of shy. I was sort of shy around that group of people, my particular sports team, soccer team at my school. So stand up for yourself. Don't let people tell you what to do. Again, do you. Don't worry about what other people think. Say what you want and talk to people on your sports team. If you don't, you won't have any friends. When you go to travel to like games and stuff, who are you gonna talk to? The two obvious things that I had on the list, two obvious things for me, were no huge book bag. So don't come with your transport trans to high school, because I'm sorry, but that is not cute, and you honestly, like, you need to sit down because you don't need that. Come with the regular book bag or a one pocket book bag. One pocket, the whole big pocket, and then one small pocket. Don't come with the multiple compartment book bags unless it's like really little. I wouldn't recommend bringing lunchboxes to school unless it's really small. Maybe like the compact ones that you can smush and stuff and put in your book bag. If you're carrying around a lunchbox at school or you attach it to your book bag, I'm sorry, but you're in high school. That's so elementary to me. I hate when people do that. So please, if you're gonna bring a lunchbox, bring like one of the portable ones that you can close, put in your book bag. I would definitely say don't carry it outside of your book bag, and if it's making your book bag huge, just don't carry one at all. In high school, you are going to school with 18-year-olds, 17-year-olds, 16-year-olds, and when you get into high school, you're only like 14. Maturity levels are gonna range from low to really high, so you have to be prepared for that. Some people are gonna be more chill. I so hate that word. The people who are chill try to act like they're so mature when they're really not. You're gonna see people who are more chill and people who are genuinely more mature than you. So you have to be prepared for that. I know that one of the reasons why the seniors and upperclassmen don't really like the freshmen is because we are really immature. Like we take things and we make such big deals out of them. We're just like, oh my god, did you see blah 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 blah. And I know I used to do this. I didn't sound that like that, but I used to be like, oh my god, Kelsey, did you see that person today? The seniors are just looking at you like. So yeah, you have to be prepared for the multiple maturity levels and recognize that some people aren't going to be as mature as you and some people are going to be more mature than you. As freshmen, I don't really know how to explain this, but as freshmen, don't expect everybody else to be as hyper as you is basically what I'm saying. Or don't expect all the upperclassmen kind of get you, I guess, because everybody is different maturity. For me, as a 9th grader, I wasn't that immature. I wasn't like, I wouldn't do like, oh my god, like poke. I wouldn't do stuff like that some other people do, like really immature, but I wasn't super mature. I was kind of in the middle. I had some friends who were really mature, but I was just in the middle. And then I had some people who were really immature that I knew. I wasn't really friends with them. I was friends with some of them, but I just had some people that were really immature, and that changes throughout the year. And maturity levels can also change people, so just be prepared for that. You don't usually get bullied for being a freshman. I know you hear that a lot. High school, you guys, I can tell you, is seriously not like the movies, so don't think that it's like that. You don't really get bullied for being a freshman. You might get picked on a little bit or talked about, but really it's not that big of a deal. Honestly, don't worry about it. Do you? Go out with your friends, have fun on the weekends and things like that. For me, I was in advanced classes. I was in classes with juniors, seniors. I was in classes with every grade. I was in classes with freshmen, sophomores, juniors, and seniors. Those are the 4 levels if you don't know them, because I didn't know them. It's freshman, sophomore, junior, senior. I was in classes with all of them. I had a senior in one of my classes. I know my classes were really hard. That's one of the main reasons why I was in classes with people in grades that were higher than mine, because I was in advanced classes. My whole 9th grade year, all my classes were advanced, except for the ones that obviously couldn't be advanced, like my electives and stuff. Your classes in general, especially advanced classes, which is what I was in, can stress you out a lot. It can make you feel really down, depressed, like, do I really have to do this my whole life, blah blah blah, because honestly, you guys, it is a lot of work, and each year that passes, you're gonna get more and more work. A tip for this is to go out with friends, have fun with your friends on the weekend, do something you like on the weekend to relieve that stress from your mind. So definitely do that. Like I said, meet new people, go out with new people, go out in groups, have fun with the people that you met, invite them to come with you. If you're not joining any sports, or if you're only focusing on your schoolwork, I would recommend you join at least one club, because when you go to apply for college, they're going to look for people who are well-rounded and can keep their grades up while doing other things. If you're not doing sports, do a club. If you're not doing a club, do sports, or do both if you can handle both of them. Don't overthink things way too much. This is what goes with what I was talking about, talking to people. If you make a mistake, you say something and it sounds weird to like the person that you like, don't overthink it, laugh about it, and move on, because overthinking it messed up things for me. So I would say don't overthink things. If you make a mistake, laugh about it, joke about it. It's not that big of a deal. Just forget about it. It's done. It's over. Next thing that I have on my list was don't be intimidated by upperclassmen and respect the good ones. What I mean by the good ones is the people who are respectful to you and don't say rude things about you, the people who are doing what they're supposed to be doing, don't do drugs, don't act stupid, all that stuff. I think they deserve your respect as a freshman. My last tip would be, this is my biggest tip of all, because I wish somebody had told me this before I went into my freshman year. It is to remember, when you're debating doing something that you want to do because of what other people might think of it, tell yourself this: I will not let those people determine my life. I didn't used to be like this in 8th grade. 8th grade, I was wild, like free, whatever, did whatever I want. In 9th grade, everything changed. I just cared so much about what other people think. Definitely be careful. Look out for that. If you see that change coming on towards you, be careful and remember what I just said. Every time that you're debating whether or not to do something because of other people, tell yourself in your head, I will not let those people determine my life. We all live on the same earth. We all have to share it. Why should they get to do the things that they want to do when I don't get to do the things that I want to do? That is it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. My Instagram is @xxkaelaxo, and my story link will be down below, along with my vlog channel and all my other important links. So
the bird machine. Check.